done by the end of the week. All right, we got lives, okay? We're just dork garage people doing garage stuff, okay?
We're trying to retire off this show, but we're not quite.
I had a big plan to make a video about the obelisk flying around, moving to locations. It was a lot more funny than No, it probably wasn't more funny. But
Bradford, why make this
I never
stuff? Come on!
got to it.
I want these videos, Bradford. You know how to make the vids. Make these hot vids. We'll go viral.
Do you vid, bro?
You vid, bro?
I do.
You vid,
Oh
bro.
man, that's the next level.
Oh, God.
We'll do our own little
Seeing when these come in for the show, we're not going to move to next level. Let's just stick with 2D. We'll stick with 2D until I can see otherwise. Until these shops come in a week before, we'll go from there.
Once I graduate from the formula of magnetic lasso tool and thought bubbles.
Got to work on that opacity, bro.
Which, spoiler alert, I did not this week.
All right, great segue into this week's You Shop Bro, where we all go battle. We head to head. Well, not head. I always say that. All three of us go to battle on the best shop of the week. Judge Jeremy, who you just heard his hit song, NSPS. It'll be out this Friday on Bandcamp. Go check it out. So glad. Janine needs to know that. She doesn't know. One of our only viewers. just reminding her. But we have a You Shop. Bradford, it was inspired this week. I felt this is a great one. Desert art. So in honor of the now gone obelisk, now gone monolith, we all had to come up with our greatest desert art. Desert art. Now, I will just say mine's a mountain desert, but not to hint too much. Last week.
High desert.
Last week, by the way, my mom and Tony came over on Sunday, and both of them were just like, oh, Ryan Bradford's. I'm not joking. They were like, oh, that Photoshop Ryan did. So my parents.
The Thanksgiving one?
Yeah. They loved it.
Oh, my God.
And
okay.
A lot of people loved it. A lot of people loved it. It's the best.
I'm happy to hear that, Pauline and
Does
Tony.
your mom consistently trash mine?
she's
you don't
just
have
like
to comment.
She's like, and that other guy. No. But Ryan, like Bradford, like Clayton does for Jeremy, Bradford clearly sends a check to my mom. Thank you for supporting my mom and bribing her to enjoy your shops every week.
Can we just discuss the theme real quick? I mean, I took a very loose interpretation.
Sure, go ahead. What do you want to say?
I mean, I thought it just had to be obelisk related. I didn't realize we were doing desert.
I expanded just to something that needs to be out there. But Bradford, you were the one that came up with it. Did you want to just stick to the obelisk theme, or what were you?
Obelisk related, or obelisk adjacent, as it were. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I've already ruined mine. So
Bradford,
I'll take third place now.
He always does this. Ryan, you won last week, so you, as the winner of last week, get to choose. You can go first. You can pick one of us. What do you want to do?
I'll go first.
Okay. Do you want to explain it before I show it?
Okay, a little setup. So we all know, so we can all venture that whoever put the obelisk there might be a Kubrick fan. Might be a Kubrick head.
Sure.
A fan of cinema.
A rube,
if you will.
A Rubik's cube. A Rubik's
Cinemiste. Whatever. So I was kind of picturing his or her next venture into desert art, and kind of taking inspiration from the Kubrick oeuvre. So you can go ahead and show it now.
Okay, this is Ryan's submission for the first. This is the first of three for You Shop Bro, desert art. Oh boy.
Private pile.
So it's a very big private pile with the donut in his mouth after hiding it in his footlocker, and then the drill sergeant makes him put it in his mouth while everybody else does push-ups.
And I like that you took a post that took the photo post obelisk where it's gone, and
with somebody posing next to the remnants of.
Yeah. And by the way,
work.
And Bradford, a big debate that was on that poker thread was, is this all riveted? Is this metal that was riveted together? Do we know how it was assembled, or is it just a big ceramic piece, or what are we talking here? 3D model.
This is I believe it's a metal frame with foam latex covering, and the donut's real. The donut's real.
Donut's
Absolutely.
edible. You could eat the donut.
Yeah, so someone choppers in a fresh baked donut every week or so, or maybe actually every 2 days, because the donut goes bad the day olds. There's a dumpster somewhere in Moab just full of huge donuts that they replace all.
At night.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So like the obelisk may be Kubrick's most iconic image, but I think Sergeant Pyle with the donut in his mouth, close second.
Wow, that's a great point. Additional points should be added for that thought.
Besides pooping, like how would you keep visitors from showing up with socks full of soap and beating the shit out of it?
Well, that's where the donut comes in. Like, being able to take a munch out of that donut, that kind of it soothes the anger.
Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but when the BLM asks for them to remove this, as they normally will, they'll bring in a life-size rifle to place in his mouth, and they will.
Go easy, bro. Go easy, bro.
Very good, Ryan. Who do you want to go next, Clay or me? You get to choose.
Schlegel.
Okay.
God damn it.
So I did struggle a little bit. First of all, this is I'm just giving you my first initial idea, which was I was going to do this to you guys, and then I realized I threw it by Steph. She's like, you can't do that. But I was going to do this, where I was going to go, all right, guys, here is my desert art for the week. Oh my God, it's gone. Oh, they removed it. Oh, this is. That's
it. Just desert art.
Yeah, and I was gonna be like, no. I was gonna go. Oh, my art piece was right in the front there, but they must have removed it. So I was trying to push the boundaries of what we do on you. I was gonna do the first ever. I don't shop, but I shopped, bro. You know what I mean? Really outside the avant-garde. But then I realized, and I couldn't get this image out of my head. I tried to think of it in so many different angles. But this man is my muse. At this point, he is my muse. I cannot stop thinking of him. And so, of course, do you all remember the time Super Del kicked that owl in the head? So, in honor of Super Del kicking that bird in the head, I give you this. Out at Point of the Mountain in Draper, there is a statue now.
The golden boot.
By the way, that owl's just trying to read, and this boot hits him in the face.
There's a nice little bench you can sit. I know. Contemplate the
art, and by the way, I thought maybe you would ask about it. It's so you can see the engraving. Super Del kicked an owl in the head here. That is what is engraved on this shop right here. So that is my art.
Lord Almighty.
out there.
It's more of a monument.
That's not the Monopoly boot, is it?
It's the parasailers or whatever they are, really.
By the way, do you shop, bro? Because I shop, because I added those. That's an addition that I put in there. Just let's put that down.
By the way, fake news, that did not happen at the Utah Flight Park, but okay. Yeah.
It is. It's near that. It's in Draper. Okay, it's close enough.
But the kick.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was out in the field. It was out closer, out further in the valley. But by the way, I was very proud of myself for finding a shoe.
He didn't have as picturesque of a view.
That's right. And the bench sold it once I found the bench. But by the way, to find a heel, like the arched heel, that made me very happy because it gives that kicking motion. Really sells the. Kick to the head. All right.
What book is the owl reading?
Yeah, and it just nothing makes me happier than if
he's reading Super Del's autobiography.
Yeah, Super Del kicked an owl in the head here.
Was the owl that Super Del kicked also reading the book?
I believe all reports say yes. There's a YouTube video you can watch of it, and the bird
That's why he kicked him.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Clay, your turn, my friend. What do you want to say before I show it?
Well, I'll say the inspiration behind this one is number one. I have not attended Adobe Photoshop camp yet, so I still only have the same skills. So I'm going with a tried and true formula. The thought process here was, okay, the monolith was one of the weirdest stories of the week. What was the second weirdest moment of the week? And I don't like to incorporate this person into comedy because I don't find him funny. But I will say the second weirdest moment of the week was Trump's tiny desk press conference.
Yes.
And so I wanted to incorporate the monolith with the tiny desk, and then also like back to Kubrick, when the object emerged from the desert, the unintelligible creatures came and yelled at it. So then I thought, what would Trump what would Trump's obelisk be?
Ah.
So that is the inspiration behind this shop, which you can present now.
They also then developed.
Sorry, what's that now?
They also developed tools. They didn't just yell at it. Like,
Yeah, they
no, it was a landmark in human innovation. Oh, it's a. I finally pinned.
Okay, the fecal theme continues. By the way, for this week's show, the fecal theme continues. And Clay always like. I'll just add one poop joke, and I think that'll push me over the top. That's what I'll always do.
I was gonna say. Also, do you have to poop? Harking back to my original Noid shop, but the thinking here is that is a Dominion voting machine, which is Trump's monolith right now. He is yelling from his tiny desk.
Ooh, very nice.
Apparently, like the Dominion
and then
voting
it's
machine
black,
is just hella
you know,
chill.
like the monolith. I'm very, and it's just.
He says, do you follow Desnat on Twitter? which is kind of a deep cut. Judge,
I don't get the Desnat.
Explain, Clay. We were talking about this earlier. It's the weirdo like
it's like
super conservative.
Nationalist,
yeah,
super
it's the
conservative
Utah.
Mormon thread.
Yeah, it's like the Mormons who are super into that, like Eric and all these anti-mass and all sorts of garbage. They're
and
all
it's
over
and
this.
also like really fundamentalist Mormon teachings and anyway. Sorry, gosh, I might not have been thinking of the judge when I made that reference. I might have been thinking of simply the text thread, and that might be the falter. But I was just like the idea of the Dominion voting machine saying something completely inane.
It's a nice monolith. It's a nice substitute for the monolith. All right, Judge, do you need to see them again?
I have a question, and that's, does anyone know? Like, I understand the Four Seasons thing, but this was at the White House. So I don't understand how he ended up at that desk.
Right.
Because...
I mean, he's done things. He's signed executive orders at that desk before, but the problem is that it was also next to a giant Christmas tree, which put the desk to scale.
Yeah.
And also, like, he was yelling at people.
Usually he's surrounded by a lot of people when he signs stuff at that desk.
His nationalist, autocratic, yes men around him.
Yeah. So this was just him alone, tiny desk, Christmas tree, portrait of George
and I will say that photo, you can agree with it or not. I've heard the arguments that maybe we shouldn't make fun of those who are older and need depends, and I think that's totally fair. But a huge part of that thread that day with the tiny desk was that his pants looked like he had a huge load, and I bring that up because of the fecal.
Which Clayton did. Reference that. And
did you poop everywhere? So
also, I said poo because I think poo is clearer and funnier.
You got the nuance of poo versus poop.
Poo.
Yeah,
did you poo? In reference to 2000 and Poo, the scatological porn. The scatological porn movie.
Oh boy. All right.
Well, these were three very strong entrants. Let's just take one last look at all.
We got the
one's pretty good.
Big donut
like
out there.
Yeah.
We got the big kick. And then we got of course, the monolith. Judge, you are wise. Give us your judgment.
These are all so strong. You're making my job hard, but I think I've got to go with the Super Dell reference.
Yes!
Yeah.
Ho!
At least you didn't make it clear that I was clearly in third place. So that's good. You can hold that in your heart forever.
That was subtly already just hinted at, so don't worry about it, my friend. Didn't need to be said. Listen, I will just say there was so many options. I loved this idea, Bradford. I give a lot of credit to Ryan giving me the inspiration. I'll give a lot of credit to that owl statue. That's just so funny. Reading a book and then a big boot.
It is a very funny statue.
Do you
know where that actual statue is?
Statue actually located, yeah. So we can all go visit it.
I will be making it in my 3D model making thing. It'll be out next week. I'll just have to work on chiseling Super Del kicked an owl in the head here. I am very proud of. I want to thank comedy because it inspired me this week.
I want to thank comedy.
I want to thank comedy for existing because I just seem to be in tune with it. Ryan Bradford, we are going to go to a 2-song break. This is perfect.